Well, welcome back to American Beef Ranch. My name's Jesse, and of course, we're changing water because that's what we do this time of year. We change a lot of water, try to keep it going, and so we got some water to change. We got some biological reactors to recharge, and we got a pivot to fix. Once again, we were out at the pivot point, and this one's staying on. So all we got to do is open this valve, and I know the corn right here doesn't look the best, but it's kicking along. It's doing its thing. We're starting to tassel, and you know, I'm excited to see what it turns out to be. It's interesting, right here around this pivot point, I have a weed patch, like bad. And and it wasn't here, but always by the pivot points make you look bad. They always do. Never happy with stuff by the pivot point, but we're going. Now let's go recharge a bioreactor. This is a living water bioreactor, something we use to inject biological species every time we irrigate. So inoculate, regenerate, and every time you irrigate. Super good product, especially if you have poor soils. Pretty much the best product. Comes in a tin bag, fresh bugs every month. We're gonna put half of this in here. 2 weeks later, we'll come back and put the rest in. So there we go, our reactor's recharged. We are out here in field number 6, or affectionately known as the East Pivot. This is the pivot we put up this year, the problem project pivot, but I had a U-joint break, but just by looking at it and looking, this gearbox looks incredibly old, and it also looks like that seal right there at that shaft, where the shaft comes out right there, has been leaking. So I had an extra gearbox, and I'm just gonna go ahead, change the gearbox, new U-joints on both sides, and put that drive line back on there. That way it's good to go. It's out here on the 7th tower, so almost the end tower. So it's good. It gets a lot of use. You might as well, you know, opt for putting the new one on. So let me get this tire busted off, this gearbox pulled off, and yeah, get it good to go. Hoping we can get this jacked up without too much trouble. I'm glad I decided to do that, because that would have not been good. I had a sneaking suspicion this was an old gearbox, and one surefire way to tell if it's an old gearbox is if it has 7/8 lug nuts. If the socket size is 7/8, the older pivot gearboxes had 7/8 inch lug nuts versus the newer-ish, I mean still 30-year-old gearboxes, they have a 1-inch lug nut. So this is definitely an old gearbox, so I would assume that it's just time. Yeah, that is definitely an old gearbox. Gearbox is junk. So what I have to do is none of this matters. I've got to get this drive shaft out of here, and I gotta get that end off too. But these U-joints are old. Really not even sure if I'm gonna be able to get these nuts off. So these nuts are, one thing I like about the newer style U-joints that we're using is they have bigger mounting nuts. Like you can see, this nut's broken. Like these are all rounded off. Like it just stinks because it makes it harder to work on. And so lately, every time I've been working on a pivot, literally I just come out and I expect to just replace the U-joints because they're just junk. Like these little nuts suck. I literally have to pound these sockets on here and try to get them off, and they just end up not working. So instead of even worrying about this right now, I've got a better solution. Well folks, it's pretty simple. Fire. Simple as that. One whack and it'll come off. Well, dang near. Blow out our toxic fire. OSHA requires pivot companies to use these guards. I'm not. So let's see what we got on this side. I am able to get these bolts off with this little ugga-dugga. Just like that. Which is handy, because it can get in here a lot better than the big ugga-duggas. Okay, before I do the last one, this one out here, Valley has a really awesome design up here at this bolt in this corner. There's actually a little slot. So I got to dig this dirt out because there's a slot in here. So you can thread that bolt in there and you can hang the gearbox here instead of having to hold it up there and try to bolt it in by yourself, because this thing weighs 110 pounds dry and it's full of oil. So they are heavy and awkward as can be. If you can see, there's a bolt right here. And this bolt is in a little slot, which is filled with dirt, but there's a slot right here, and it literally just, I loosen it up a little bit and I can just pick this whole gearbox up. And I really like this brand because it'll fit every pivot I have. They all will take this gearbox as a replacement. Sometimes that's not possible. Like, there's two brands that are kind of interchangeable, but Valley's a little different. But this brand of gearbox lets me go to any of them, so it's nice. I appreciate that. There you go. Literally so much easier. You literally look like a monkey humping a football when you're trying to put that on the other brands. So these are the newer kind of U-joints we like to use. They have 3/8 bolts with 9/16 nuts instead of 3/16, I believe, bolts. But much preferred. And freely spinning. And you can maybe see it. This one's gonna be a little more deep seal. This one's a little rusty. You can see that. That bolt is very stuck on there. Get some actual penetrant in there, and we'll whack that guy out. Proper technique? Probably not. Just loosen the bolts. All right, we'll try it. I don't know. These ones I may be able to get on there. We'll see. Oh, that loosened a little. Oh, looky there. You were right. Close up. You see how much GoPro, how much nicer this is? Or YouTube. You see how much nicer this is? Like, these are so much nicer. And I do shove them all the way to the back. In case for any reason I have to shorten a drive shaft or anything like that, I have a little play I can cheat if I need to at some point. And these are good and loose so that we can get drive shaft in there and get her measured. Oh, it actually looks like this drive shaft is gonna fit. Awesome sauce. Really? Oh yeah. Okay. That ain't going nowhere. Let's see what the odds of getting this lined up the first time are. Time. Well, there you got it. fixed up, tightened up. Let's go start some water. Walking out through this corn, and there's this stuff. It looks really good. It honestly looks better than a lot of the stuff that we've got in some of the other fields. Stay tuned. We are going to cultivate and fertilize this in the next few days because it is time. And you can see there's some spots where it's smaller, where the dirt is not as good, and there's also a little bit of striping. We had a lot of problems with this project. You guys have heard about it if you've been watching the channel. If not, stay tuned. I will have a full video talking about just how mentally exhausting this project was and how we finally were able to get it taken care of, but it just took a lot of work. And so some of the striping is caused by those sprinklers that got plugged because we had so much trouble with the main line. So I want to go reverse, start, and that's going to be sending the pivot to your left, and the valve right here will open up. I'll just hang out here and make sure the pivot's gonna run. The pivot is moving and it is watering. It's a beautiful evening. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. God bless, and we'll see you next time on American Beef Ranch.